And we're live here, Lucky 13 Saloon, in front of the stage at Lucky 13 Saloon, inside Lucky 13 Saloon.
I must be getting old because that's fucking loud.
Yeah, that was a little loud.
Jesus fucking
Christ. That was a little loud in the headphones.
Can you turn me down a little bit? I know I'm getting old, but Jesus Christ.
So, we got Melody Henry here as the guest. We got Frankie.
Oh, thank you, Frankie.
I love that noise.
Applause for the queen.
Frankie, our head newscaster over here.
Yes.
Our man of the streets.
Uh-huh.
And then we got Dee Rotten behind the board doing production shit. What's up, Henry? How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah, hanging in there?
Drank a shitload of tequila last night.
I had a shitload of whiskey and vodka last night. Did you see how many people were sending
me shots? I'm like, can you stop? And then on the way out the door, this guy, I mean, he probably listens to this because I said, I'm working Thursday. He said, I know, I follow your social media very closely.
Oh, that's creepy.
Well, I mean, I get a lot of that. But he goes, oh, let me buy you a shot. My car was already outside. Why did I say yes? So I say, yeah, sure. And then I didn't need it. And then I say, I'm working Thursday. And he said, yeah, I already know that. And I said, where have you been? He said, well, you know, I hate to say this, but I fell off the wagon 2 days ago. And I was like, yeah!
He's back.
So I said, sorry, but that makes me happy. Yeah. So I'll see you Thursday.
Fucked up.
Yeah. So here we are. We had a night last night. We drank a lot. That's why we kind of look like shit. Yeah. But, I mean, I don't ever look like shit, but I don't look as good.
I don't feel so good. I don't feel as horrible as I thought I did, though. Yeah, we were supposed to have that guy Youngblood's after party. We did have that guy Youngblood's after party last night. He was supposed to be here, but he didn't show up. His fucking entourage was here, and his manager was here.
And a lot of people that looked like they thought they were rock stars.
Yes, and his manager apologized because he apparently he's in his hotel room with the shit. So
which probably means he got some bad
eggs. No, he means he I'm sure he met some hot chick out in front of the fucking place.
Maybe both.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever.
We're just speculating. We don't know anything.
Yeah, so it was awesome. It was a good night though for a fucking Tuesday, man. It was packed, and it was like a Friday, Saturday night in here. It was awesome. It was so many women in here too. There was a lot of women in here.
We get women now. I was trying to explain to someone that in the first few years of Lucky 13, it was a total sausage fest, and there were never any girls.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, "Really?" And I was like, "Dude, yes, really." I remember when I used to go to metal shows.
Lean into the mic just a little bit.
There you go. Hi. Yeah. I remember when I used to go to metal shows back in the day, and there would be no girl. There would be like me in a fucking leather miniskirt and like 6 women in flannel that looked like dudes, and like one other like hot chick with really teased hair, and there would never be a line at the ladies' room. And it was kind of awesome, but it was also kind of weird. But guys were constantly buying me drinks. I never had to have $1. You know, they would pay for me to get in. They would buy me drinks. Little by little, girls started showing up at shows. I mean, they were always at like the like hair metal shows, but like there were no girls at the death metal shows ever. Like even Sepultura, there were no fucking girls there.
No, none.
You know,
none.
So things have changed.
They were all in South America and Central America.
I mean, the girls just didn't. You know, they just didn't like the metal back then. And even at Lucky 13, there was like very few women came in here, and now. I wouldn't say 50-50, but I would say we get 30% women now.
Sometimes, yeah. You know? Yeah. I'm actually surprised when I'm standing and there was like a lot of women in here. I'm like, damn, yeah. Back in the day, there was never girls.
Never girls.
Do you remember we were at that Slayer show one time? We were standing in the balcony in the VIP area, and some dude had his hand on his ass.
That Jägermeister show?
Yes, and the dude was standing there with his hand on your ass. And
I thought it was your hand,
So you threw him off the balcony?
Yeah, no.
I was just like...
stunned.
I looked at Jeff and I was like, wait a minute, the hand is on the other side of my ass. Like, those are the days.
But he was just standing there with his hand on your ass.
Those are the days.
Like just on your ass. And then we after
I think I was too stunned to even kick him in the balls.
You were like, what in the actual fuck? And like I remember we were both kind of just stunned. And then we left there and we're going to go see Peter Murphy over at we really went from Slayer.
We went from one show to another show.
We walked over to go see Peter Murphy.
Oh, that's right. To BB King's. And some guy grabbed my ass on the street.
And you started kicking him in the fucking...
Jesus.
I started beating the shit out of him in the street.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, on 42nd Street.
Yeah.
And people were like, yeah! I literally was beating the shit out of this guy on the street.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, cool, man. She's
Yeah,
got
Jeff
it.
just stood there.
I was like, she's got
I
it.
was like, you don't have to do anything. I'm fine.
Fucking hilarious. So I figured I'd get Melody on here today, though, because it's 20 years. Me and Melody volunteered down at after
On the Gulf Coast.
Hurricane Katrina. We went into Nolans and fucking
Rescued animals.
Yeah.
Great
Oh,
cause.
shit.
Yeah, it was
People
wild.
are givers. These are givers. That's beautiful.
I was,
Can you hear me?
Okay, hear
We
you.
can hear-
Okay, because it sounds low on my headphones.
Well, everyone can hear you.
Yeah, we got you,
They
bud.
can
I know I
hear
have a
you.
loud guinea voice. It's the guinea
Hey!
Turlet.
turlet
How do you
coffee.
say, you know that cheese they put on pizza? How do you say it?
Mozzarella.
Ooh, I say mozzarella.
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 The real Italian way. I love mozzarella. I eat it right out of
He's
the
also
packaging.
Frankie's half Polish, half Italian.
Okay.
Wait till you dumb guinea.
I say like
That explains a lot.
I
Wait
was
till you dumb
arguing
guinea.
with I was arguing with my man who's a chef, but he's from Minnesota, so he says ricotta. I'm like, it's ricotta.
Yeah.
Ricotta. Yeah, it's ricotta.
It's manna good.
You're gonna have
He's like-
you're gonna have a lot of fights with that one, brother.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
not gonna fight with me. Guess who's in charge?
Yeah. He's going to be like that Mexican we walked by and grabbed her and, you know.
Yeah, his ass. I don't care if he's 6'5", his ass is getting
Yeah.
kicked.
So, yeah, so we volunteered down in down the Gulf Coast.
My dog had just passed away, and I was not doing well, and then that shit happened. And unfortunately, some people may know or some people may not remember. I mean, they're not going to ever do this again. FEMA came through to rescue people, and the floodwaters had gone up so quickly, especially in some areas, in some of the wards, because, the levees broke, that they had to come through on boats to rescue people, and they would not let people take their animals.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what happened was some people refused to leave,
There was the one guy
and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Some people refused to leave, and then some people didn't have a choice because they had children. So they had a choice between their children and their animals. Basically.
No, I don't have kids. I have animals, and I would never
Dude,
leave my
no,
cats.
and some
Yeah.
people didn't leave their animals, but their house is completely fucking flooded.
Yeah.
Wow. So I heard, and there was no way to fly. All the airports were closed. Louisiana was under martial law. And Jeff and I were in a weird, like, kind of broken up state. And I was like, if you want to get me back, I don't know how to drive. We will get a car. We will fill it. We will fill it up with supplies. We'll get people to donate from all the pet stores and anywhere we can, and we will drive a bunch of shit down there, and we will go because I can't drive, and there was no way to fly in there. I was going to hitchhike.
I didn't I didn't have a car at the time either, so
No,
we rented
a car. I was going to fly into Mississippi and then fucking hitchhike. That's what I was ready to do.
Weren't a lot of the people after that they were going to like Texas and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of
We had to go to
citizens?
Mississippi, actually.
Yeah, we were Tylertown, Mississippi.
The Humane Society of Louisiana had a piece of land on Mississippi that they had saved for emergency. They didn't have anything actually built there. We had to bring a tent.
Oh shit!
They didn't have anything.
A tent, and we ate vegetarian beans all fucking week
Out of a
long.
can.
Out of a can, cold.
And then the Red Cross came. We didn't have anything. The Red Cross came and built a shower on the side of the highway, and it was like bug mating season, so it was thick with bugs in the air.
Oof.
Do you remember that?
Ooh, so it was so crazy because of the floodwaters also pushed all the insects inland. So when we showed up, like during the day, there were these weird fucking bugs. When you were driving, it was like it was raining.
It was like it was raining.
It was like it was raining bugs. It was
Oh.
just a swarm of bugs. The car was covered in fucking
Covered
tar.
in bug, yeah.
Bug fucking guts.
It fucked up the whole ecosystem.
Yeah,
there.
so
Shit.
and like so during the day, all these bugs were just swarming. They didn't bite you or anything. They
They
were
were
just
just all over
annoying.
you. So when we couldn't take a shower for the first couple of days, whatever. And meanwhile, it was disgusting. It was boiling hot.
We didn't shower till the last
No,
day.
we did. We finally showered
Till the last day.
But meanwhile, I'm on the side of the highway in a box, naked. Hey, taking a shower. Hey, like fuck, whatever. At that point,
Yeah, but
So-
it was also too. I mean, it was in the middle of fucking nowhere, and this was back. We had to go when we didn't have GPS. We had MapQuest. Do you remember? We had
MapQuest.
I remember you printing it out, and you.
which also sucked back
Oh.
then.
Yeah, and
We didn't have smartphones, so we had nothing.
Yeah, so
I
she-
had a SkyTel from my office job.
we had.
Remember, I was able to check emails or something. That's how I found out about the skipper keys.
Yeah, but I had. I mean, we had our cell phones. We had
Yeah.
those bricks, those Nokia, or I might have had the fucking
flip phone or something.
The flip
or
phone.
some shit. Yeah,
Captain Cook's communicator. I still
Yeah.
have mine. I still have my old one.
Because I remember, Yeah, no, I remember at one point. Whatever, we'll get to that later on.
So we went down and we found out where we could go to volunteer, and we were on this piece of land, and New Orleans is still under martial laws. So when we were going in, we basically went with this one veterinarian who had a white van and lied our way in.
Well, to before we get to that stuff, when we first arrived, we got there and we planned on staying for a week. And we brought a tent, we brought everything we had to. We had water, we had, I don't know, we had a case of fucking
Were we
beans.
not there for a whole week?
We were there for a whole week.
Yeah.
And they made us leave. We were actually going to stay a little longer because Hurricane Rita was coming in.
Yeah.
But when we first got there, they were just, we got to the property. It was a big, probably like a 5-acre piece of property, and they're building pens on there. So
animals that we could bring back
Yes.
would have somewhere to be.
Okay.
Yeah. So so when we first got there too, our job was people were bringing in animals.
Was it just cats and dogs?
Cats and dogs,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But there wasn't many cats. It was mostly dogs, and it was mostly
Cats are survivors, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
even when Hurricane, what do you call it, hit here?
Sandy?
yeah.
I know people whose houses flooded immediately, and they were like, we only got one of the cats out, and they came back later, and their cats came back.
Good.
Their
Good.
cats fucking somehow got out of the house and then came back later. Meow.
Yeah.
You know,
Incredibly intelligent.
Dogs are
Dogs are
Yeah,
dumb.
dogs-
they're not so they
Yeah.
can swim sometimes, but they can't take. If they've never been on the street, a lot of times they don't know how to get out of the house. They don't know how to find food.
You can't leave dogs alone
You
either.
can't,
No,
and that
no.
was the problem. A
And
lot of dogs were left alone in backyards, inside houses.
Yeah.
You know,
We so when we first got there, our job was to basically take care of the animals. We were washing dogs, we were building pens, we were
there were all those kittens that had fleas.
yeah. So we
Covered in bugs. We're trying to get them.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Like they took the bugs there anyway when you were there. Wow.
Do you remember right when we pulled up? There was a guy from the news who had gotten bitten by one of the dogs. You remember? Because he was.
What are the kind of dogs? Are there like pit bulls down there?
There
or-
was a lot of pit
There was a lot of
bulls.
pit bulls, Rottweilers, all the fighting dogs.
I didn't really like big dogs at the time, but I became a fan of big dogs, pit bulls in particular. But I met a Rottweiler there who I fell in love with. I actually really wanted to take him back, but they were hoping at the time that some people would come and
Did
try
they
to
come
find
back?
their
Did they come
animals.
back and get their animals?
Some people came looking for their dogs,
Yeah,
but
some people did not, and some of them were fighting dogs.
people bred them from fighting. You could see these dogs are scarred up.
They're all
and
fucked up.
They were sweet, but some of them are scarred up, and you couldn't put them around other dogs because they wanted to fucking
'cause
fight them.
They're literally they learn to hate other dogs because
That's what they're breeding
But-
for.
which sucks.
That's
you know?
mean. That's
What-
mean.
the-
It's super mean.
But the scene I remember driving up to when we first pulled up, there was a newscaster out front who was fucking flailing his arms, and the guy who's like running the whole thing was like, "You have to calm down. You cannot be fucking flailing your arms around these fucking dogs like this,
Yeah.
because one of the dogs is going to bite you."
Yeah.
And he wouldn't stop, and he's still flailing his
No,
arms.
I forgot
And-
about that,
And finally,
yeah.
the dog bit
Bit
him,
him,
and
yeah.
everybody was just like.
Right.
We told you to calm down, you know what I mean? And he wouldn't stop.
Well, that's why Shakti tries to bite you because you're very expressive.
Yeah.
My dog's always trying to bite him because Jeff talks with his hands a lot. It's but she's 10 pounds. She's not really good.
Yeah, so that was the scene when we pulled up in, and so our first 5 days was grooming animals and taking care of them.
And some of them were covered in all this muck
Oh yeah,
because bodies were floating in that water. There's no underground graves in New Orleans because you can't dig down. That's what happened. That's why the water went up, So that water was filled with, I don't even fucking know.
but sewage,
Sewage.
oil, everything.
Everything. Disgusting.
So that was our initial 4 or 5 days there at first. It was kind of mundane, work taking
How
care of
much
the
weight
animals.
did you lose?
I don't know. We were both pretty skinny at the time,
Yeah.
honestly. And
That's called stress.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
it was the first time we left Lucky 13 alone.
Alone, yeah.
You had
But
nobody that said you just
for a
closed
We just
shop?
left it.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I was like, listen, I can't live with the fact that I need to go and do this. I can't live with the fact that these animals are dying.
we left our bartenders in charge, and everything was
It
fine.
was okay.
I think Lisa Brown was working at the time.
I don't know.
We had
Someone's always robbing us, so.
we had we had some good friends. I feel like that worked there at the time. Lisa Brown was a lot.
However,
around a
it was
lot.
the first time we both ever left town at the same time.
Yeah, and I think Ryan was there, who wasn't out of his mind at that time. You know,
Lamacchia working for you at that time?
Lamacchia was working for us. I think
Was
at that
he?
time. Yeah, this
Wasn't
was
that later?
No, he started like a year after we opened, and this was 2005. We
Okay.
did this, so Johnny was there. So
Okay.
Johnny was there. So we had a good little crew bartending for us, and
I can't fucking believe that was 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
I feel like the oldest person on earth.
the crazy thing
You
about
don't look it, trust me.
My
Don't
tits
worry
are,
about
my
that. You
tits
don't
are
look
still,
it.
my tits are still in the same place. It's incredible.
You're beautiful, Melody.
No surgery, all good,
All natural.
all natural.
Can I ask a question?
what.
What's a vegetarian bean? They have beans now.
Well, I mean, a lot of them are cooked in
A lot
pork
of them
and
are
stuff
cooked
like
in
that.
pork
Oh, yeah, I know.
or
Okay,
pork
okay,
fat,
okay,
so
right.
you have to buy the ones that say vegetarian.
vegetarian.
Like refried beans or something like
No,
that?
they
or-
have Heinz vegetarian.
Yeah.
baked
cool.
beans.
I love beans.
Because some of them have lard in them.
Okay.
or-
Yeah.
Or sometimes I mix them with gravy or chili juice.
The only different meal,
have beans in them? I mean,
the only
meat?
different meal we had was I got to go out one day. I drove the dude who was running the place to, like, I don't know, he had to go out and do something. So he took me to Waffle House when we were out, and I was like, "Fuck yeah,
Real food. Real food.
yeah." So I got to actually eat one real meal.
I didn't even
But-
give a fuck about food. I was just worried about the
Yeah, but
animals.
that was pretty much like 5 days of like taking care of animals, kind of going to bed early. But what was crazy too is, I don't know if you remember, there was they had to have guys up at night watching the perimeter.
So no one would come steal
Because
the
people were coming in and stealing the fucking
pit, the
dogs.
pit bulls,
The pit
the
bulls.
fighting dogs.
Yes,
You could
fighting
fight those dogs. They make
Yeah.
money off those
Yeah.
fucking dogs.
Yeah, it was sad too. You know, we saw some people coming in looking for their animals. There was the one guy who showed up with his dog.
With his dog, the black guy.
The black guy.
He could barely speak.
He was in such shock. He wouldn't leave his roof because
He was on it. The water went up, filled his house.
Yeah.
He finally wound up on the roof of his house with his two dogs, and he swam down every day to try to find food for them. Until finally the water went down enough for him to get out of there, and he came.
Wow.
To us.
And at night, the only way he got sleep was because when they came by to rescue him, they wouldn't let him take the dogs.
So he was like, no.
he refused to
Yeah.
leave.
Which is what I would
That's
do.
a good man right there.
When,
You
and he
know?
also said he's like, my dogs kept me alive. He's like, when at night they would bark to keep the snakes and the alligators off the roof. So
Because remember, we're talking about
swamps.
New Orleans. We're
Yeah.
talking about, yeah.
Gators and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah, all
right?
that shit.
Yeah,
Oof.
yeah.
Did you
So,
guys get hit with any of the rain?
no.
No,
So,
but we were getting shot at. They were like, "Don't go that
Why?
way." It was
Well,
martial law. People
well,
were shooting,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So
which is maybe worse than
we had 4 or 5 days of that, and then it was coming towards the end of the week, and they said, "You guys want to go actually in and go into the New Orleans itself and help rescue?" And like, I get goosebumps thinking about. We were like, "Fuck yes, we totally want to go," you know. So I had the freaking rental car, and then we went with a convoy of people. We went with a woman who had like a horse.
Denise.
Wow, do you remember that name?
Denise. I remember her because she was fucking awesome.
She was amazing.
She was a veterinarian in Maine.
Yeah, Maine.
And she was like, "I'll take any animals that are wounded or don't have tags or that are in the street that aren't in a house that we can't, and I'll take them back to fucking Maine and I'll get them home."
She did, yeah.
shit.
She filled her fucking van up.
She had a horse trailer. She had a horse trailer, and she was going in every day.
Yeah.
And she told us the story one time. She was trying to catch this dog, and she starts hearing zoom, zoom, and
is
she's
that?
like, "What the fuck is that?" And then she realized she was getting shot at.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
shit.
New Orleans was under martial law.
Yeah, so she's
they
like-
had already looted all the liquor stores. They had
Yeah.
taken all the money out of the fucking everywhere they
There's
could.
there's a lot of gangs down there.
Oh, it's in the ninth
There was
ward.
there was a lot of gangs. I mean, but there was also people just trying to survive. They needed to fucking eat. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So there was looting going on.
But the police looted.
Yeah.
They had videos of the police taking flat screen TVs out of the fucking. The police are corrupt down there as it is, so it was
Yeah.
bad.
You said there's a new documentary out on Netflix. You should watch it. It's pretty.
What is it
pretty
called?
Good. It's called Katrina. You'll
Okay.
see it. It's really good.
Okay.
But it gets in all the corruption and all that kind of crap. And
I don't know if they're much better now, to be honest.
yeah, no.
As if the disaster itself and the poor animals wasn't worse enough. Hey, let's pillage and loot and shoot up the place like the old West.
That happened here during the blackout in the 70s. I mean,
77, yeah,
we were
77.
alive for that.
Me too.
They
me too.
they
I
looted. Were you here though
I was-
in New York?
No, I was in Jersey City.
Okay,
but
so I was
a baby.
here
I
in
was one.
Brooklyn, and they fucking looted the fuck
Yep.
out of this.
My mom told me about it. Said it
city.
was really fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
it was crazy.
I swear to God, my father, rest his soul, I love you, Daddy. You raised me. My mother made me. Him and his best friend, Mr. Riccio. I was outside. Everyone was outside.
Mr. Riccio.
Yeah, and they were taking bets because you can hear all the storefront windows.
All right, Frankie, you got to go. Frankie's got a delivery coming in.
He'll be back.
Yeah, Frankie will be back.
But
You tell that.
they put bets on what item that people were running up the block with. My
Yeah.
father's like, $1, it's a refrigerator. No, the refrigerator, Mr. Riccio's like, it's a cell phone. Because you hear all the storefront windows.
Take your headphones off, Frankie. Take your headphones off, buddy.
Oh my gosh. I'll be back.
Amazing.
He almost took everything with him. Thanks,
I
Frankie.
hope it's my friend.
Yeah, so leave a keg of Guinness upstairs, Frankie. Thank you very much. So when we decided to go into New Orleans proper, it was what the heck was it, Frankie? I'm sorry. There's a check over there, Frank. Oh shit! Can you pause it for 1 second, D?
Pause.
All right, we're back.
We had to stop for a commercial break.
Yes.
Our sponsors.
You were talking about when we got into the city.
So I remember when we first left, I was like, it was exciting and scary at the same time. You know what I mean? Like it was, yeah, it was pretty exciting. So
Is it dangerous down there in New Orleans?
Very.
Yeah, dude.
Extreme. It was
So-
under martial law.
Yeah,
Extremely.
so when we were driving in, we got stopped by the National Guard. And like, if you've ever driven into New Orleans, like you're driving through a swamp first, and it's like you're up elevated off the ground, and there's only like two highways going in and out.
Yeah.
So when we first, drive in, we got stopped by the National Guard, and they're like, what are you guys doing? And like, listen, we're going in to rescue animals. And they were like, you know what? Nobody is doing that. Please go. And there was 3 or 4 cars of us. We had our rent a car. There was a woman with a van, and then another car full of people. And the van and the van with the that had all cages and stuff in it. So if we caught any dogs, we'd put them in the cages. So we drive in and we go to a Winn-Dixie when we first got there. Remember, we met up with some people from the ASPCA and stuff, and they were kind of just packing up. And I mean,
also, the first thing I remember seeing is there were boats on the top of houses because that's how high.
Oh my God!
Wow.
They were
That's
still
crazy.
on the fucking top of
There
the
were
houses.
There were boats on the top of houses. I remember seeing a storage unit place. The whole side of it was like completely ripped off. You could see like all the inside, all
And
the storage units.
you could see the water line on buildings like all the way up.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
And then the Nutri-Rats running down
Well,
the sides.
I thought
of
one of them was like a dog or a cat.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, there's a, and someone said, oh, that's a nutria. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I looked it up. It's like a rat about this big with pointy teeth.
Is it a possum?
No, it's called nutria. You can look it up.
Look up a Nutri-Rat.
They're disgusting. Some people think they're cute. It looks like a beaver with a rat tail, but it's this big, and they have pointy front teeth.
They look like they've been smoking too much and drinking too much coffee
They're
too, because they're
terrifying.
like stained looking.
I was about to get out of the car, and so just like, oh, don't open the door.
Yeah. look up a Nutri-Rat right now.
Nutria.
It's a Nutria. Yeah, Nutria.
Nutria.
Yeah, rat.
They're nasty.
They're
I'll show
But
everybody
some
at home.
people think they're cute. I actually saw a couple in a cage. Last time I was down there, I went on some swamp boat ride, and they had a few like smaller ones.
It looks like what are those things that build the dams?
beaver.
Yeah, but it's
Beaver.
not.
Yeah,
They were
no.
imported from, I think, Japan to help with something, and then they took over. They bred and they took over.
Yeah.
So they came up out of the swamps because of the flood, so they were in the fucking streets.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
they
they're-
don't really look like a rat.
They have a rat tail.
Yeah, they got a rat
They have a
tail.
giant rat tail, which is just grosses me out. I would actually think rats were cute if it
So
wasn't
it's
for
a
that
beaver
tail.
mixed rat hybrid?
Sort of.
It looks like a beaver.
Sort of.
Is it related to the platypus?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, maybe Frankie.
Yeah, no, they're crazy looking. I'll show you.
No.
I'll show you one later, Frankie.
Anyway.
So we were
Are they
driving.
big like the marsupials?
So when we
in
were
Florida?
driving in,
No, not that
No,
big.
when we were driving in,
Big.
they're like a big cat,
Yeah.
small dog. So driving in, it was just and then and also getting used to when you were coming in. There was when we started going into the neighborhoods, you could see on the doors they would have an X on the door, and it meant something like one dead inside, two
It
dogs.
was like the fucking
Like-
plague.
Yeah,
It
basically
was like a zombie movie. It felt like a zombie movie going in there.
I mean, the National Guard was going into each home and seeing if people were in there or animals were in there.
Or dead
Or
people,
dead
or-
people, because it would say, you drive
Shit.
by and it said one dead, two dogs inside. One person dead, two dogs inside. Yeah, it was crazy. And
I mean, the wet water came up fast. People just fucking drowned.
yeah,
you know?
yeah. And if you haven't seen it, watch that documentary on Netflix. You'll see some of the horrifying tales of people dying and how quickly the water came up. But and so when the National Guard went around, they had a system of, if you look up pictures, you can see there's an X, and they would have these codes to see. And so when we would look to see if there were animals inside. So we would go over there, and you'd hear a dog barking. The one freaking crazy
breaking into houses.
Breaking into houses.
I was like, I'm Puerto Rican, and I can do this.
And like you gotta, missing man, and imagine going, and there was one guy with him who had a gun on him. And we were going through, I remember at one point we had pulled up to this house, and there was a dog that was drowned on the front of the gate. You could see it got its head caught. But we could hear a dog barking upstairs. Yeah. So I don't know if you remember. Well,
I blocked that out.
Yeah, this was horrible. This was horrible. So we got there. And this is I'm kind of fast forwarding a little, but this is like one of the stories that really sticks out in my brain.
When you went in the backyard?
That was the last one, but this
that's when I fell in love with you again.
Yeah. This one makes me tear up too. This was fucking horrible.
We're both gonna cry.
Yeah, we went and so I was with this guy. There was two dogs. There was a dog or two, I forget, drowned in the front yard, and we get there and we pop open the gate. We can hear the dog barking upstairs. We go into the house, and we open up. We break the door in. The ATF is with us. They gave us a crowbar to break in the house. We broke in the house, and as soon as the door pops open, this dog is going fucking nuts upstairs, freaking out. With this going on, there's no electricity.
We know starving dog, of course, right?
Fucking
how many days this dog hasn't eaten?
There's no electricity, mind you. And I look to my right, along the wall of this house going up the stairs were crucifixes. All crucifixes, like a giant one and a whole bunch of small ones.
We're in the South, man.
Some of them had like Jesus arms busted off of them. Like there was some voodoo shit going on in that house. Like it was wild. And I remember both of us, me and the guy, looked at each other, freaked out as soon as we opened the door. Now, you imagine the scene. He's in front of me because he's got the pistol, and there's all these crosses on the side of me going up the stairs, and there's a dog freaking out at the top of the stairs.
Fucking horrible.
And I'm getting goosebumps thinking, we're going up the stairs, and we're creeping up this dog was going nuts, and the guy's like, I'm not doing this. And he has a gun. And I'm like, bro, I'm with you. And so we took a whole bunch of food. We threw it up the freaking stairs. And meanwhile, too, we also had a whole bunch of dogs in the trailer at this point, too. Yeah. And we had to contain this dog. So whatever, we threw a whole bunch of food up to him. And now we go downstairs, and the ATF is there. And all of a sudden, this dog fucking bashes out the second floor window. His head pops out the freaking window. And the freaking, all of a sudden the National Guard's gun come out, and he's like, should I shoot it? And the guy's like, no, don't shoot the dog. And the woman and the vet lady was like, no, do not shoot that dog. Yeah. She's like, I will come back for this.
Did you have like a tranquilizer gun or something?
No, we had a rabies pole, they call it, with the pole with the
hoop
on the end.
They had the poles with the hoop on the end. You could catch the dog far away from you.
Yeah, yeah. So and the woman's like, I will come back for this dog. Leave it alone. It's too freaked out. So we threw a whole bunch of food up there.
There was a bunch of us, and there were dogs barking in the fucking cages we had. Yeah. That dog was out of its mind.
Out of its mind. We had ATF with freaking machine guns, and then us. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy. It was a crazy scene, and so the woman, she ended up going back for that dog. I remember you had wrote to her the next day. She actually went back and got that dog, but it was wild.
I was hoping you were going to say it was like a Chihuahua or something.
No, dude, it was a pit bull. It was a gray pit bull. I'll never forget this thing's head bashed through the window and
like one of the big ones.
Yeah, one of the
ones
big
that's
ones.
part pit and part fucking.
And he's hanging out the front.
Dinosaur.
He's hanging out. Yeah, he's hanging out the second floor window with his paws down, freaking out. I'm like, what?
Shit.
Wild scene. But before that, even I remember, we would see if there was animals in the house. We'd hear them barking, and then would break into the house and would get the little dog. Oh, the poor little. Do you remember the little dog? There was a little dog. We were running through the yards trying to catch it, and he ended up getting in a canal and swimming across the canal.
We couldn't catch the little guy. But at least he was out. Maybe he could find food. I mean, if they're out and they're small, sometimes they can find food. We found houses that had litter boxes that the cats were probably hiding in the houses, so we left cat food in those houses. Because the cat could be hiding anywhere.
Exactly, yeah.
So if there was evidence of cats, we just left cat food.
Yeah, we didn't catch any cats.
The cats are wily.
Oh yeah.
And if there's evidence that the cats are there and there's poop in the litter box, they're probably still there. So we left cat food in those houses.
That'd be nice. Yeah, you're right. Cats are very, very resourceful.
Yeah, they're hiding somewhere. They're maybe they're in and out of the house. Who knows? So we left food in all those. We left big piles of food in those houses.
Yeah, there was some heartbreaking ones, and yeah, I mean that's what our day consisted of, like going around. And at first we did not have the ATF with us. We were just kind of cruising around on our own. And then
did you see any crazy people like staring at you?
We did not.
You guys?
We only saw people far away when we were passing by that. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was it was one of those like strip malls.
Yeah.
We saw people far away, and somebody was like, "Do not go over there."
Yeah. No, we stayed away from.
It was really like a zombie movie.
It was until when we found the ATF, those guys were awesome. They were great. They were like, you know what, we're gonna show like this. It was probably like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're like, we're gonna show for you guys around till it gets dark. It's gonna start getting dark.
And
soon.
then we were still out there when it got dark, because when you went in that back
that
yard,
story was this one always gets me choked up. We get to this house, and me and the vet lady go into the backyard, right? And we go, and it was just me and her, and we go and we're shining with the flashlight.
I think I was somewhere else. I was with somebody else doing something else.
You were in the front. There was more dogs and stuff like that. I remember that you were helping.
Yeah, with something else.
Yeah, you were helping doing something in the front. And me and this woman, like, I think we got a couple dogs, and then we go back into the backyard, and we're shining a flashlight.
And you didn't think there was anything else back there. You're just checking.
Yeah, we're just checking. We're shining a flashlight. All of a sudden, I see two eyes looking at me, and I'm like, oh shit. So I had to, like, she was the woman. She wasn't in the best shape, so I jumped over this fence, and I looked down this kind of hallway that wasn't a hallway, but there was a roof that had come off somebody's house, and it was laying across somebody's backyard. It was being
it was fucking insane.
It was kind of teeter-tottering on a fence, and I shined a flashlight under the roof, and I could see the dog sitting there staring at me. It was a little pit bull. It was a gray pit bull, and he was like, it was another gray pit bull.
Clearly
he was
scared to fucking
death. But I didn't know if he was like mad or whatever. So I have the rabies pole, and I'm like calling the dog, and he's just staring at me. So I go down, I crawl under there like a freaking soldier, and I wrap the pole around his head, and I'm trying to pull him, and he would not move. He would not move. And I'm like, come on, buddy, you know what I mean? And he would not move. So he wasn't aggressive.
But at that point, you realize he's not a fighting dog.
Was he chained under there? Or?
No.
He was so scared. A pet. He was scared to death.
Yeah,
he wasn't a fighting dog.
Yeah. So then I go over and I start patting him, and he was like, he was scared shit. He's shaking, So I ended up getting him.
His family's gone. He has no food. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. So I get him, and I scoop him up in my arms, and I kind of crawl under this roof, and I'm getting nails in my back and scratched up and all this shit, and I get him out, and we got him onto the truck.
Jeff comes out of the backyard with this pit bull in his arms, with tears in his eyes, and I was like, I'll get back together with you. It was like Superman, he had an invisible cape on. It was incredible.
Yeah,
and this little pit bull was
he was scared. He wouldn't even stand up.
So scared.
He was curled up, and he would not stand up.
Yeah.
Even when we got him, he didn't stand up until we got him back to Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I washed him. He was like my boy the rest of the time when I was there. We washed him, and then he actually stood up and fed him and all that kind of stuff. I really wanted to take him home.
I know.
I really wanted to take him home, but she ended up taking him to Maine and adopted him out.
Yeah. Some people just couldn't. They were just gone. They didn't have a home anymore. They didn't have any money. They couldn't come get their animals. They couldn't even take care of their kids at that point. Yeah. Those neighborhoods, like the 9th Ward, were completely decimated. Those people are already poor. Yeah. They have nowhere to go. They don't have money. So I know it's hard to be like, I don't know where my animal is, but I don't have money for gas. I don't have a car anymore. How the hell am I going to find my animal? I hope someone takes the animal and takes care of it, but they can't,
Yeah, it was horrible. And then,
maybe they don't even want to know if their animal's dead. They might not even want to fucking know at that point. They're just trying to figure out where they're going to live.
I got a good one for you, Jeff.
What?
Where the fuck was God during that time?
Yeah, well, there was no fucking God.
don't know.
I had to say it.
I mean, I think that why do little children get cancer? Whatever. I could go on and on and on.
It was heartbreaking, but it was it was rewarding at the same time, and we
saved lives.
Yeah, when we got out of there, I remember we got home very late at night.
We didn't even want to leave, but Hurricane Rita was coming through, and they were like, anyone in a tent, you got to get out of here.
Yeah.
We don't know how bad this
we
one's
were in a
going to
tent.
be. You can't stay here.
Yeah,
There's no building.
And
They weren't bringing like the National Guard. They weren't bringing like trailers or something like that, like trailer home.
Dude,
like,
they couldn't even take care of the people.
Yeah,
they weren't
it was-
going
it
to
was
take
a
care of
nightmare.
us. It was
Shit.
insane
Yeah, no, it
down
was a
there. They
nightmare.
couldn't even open. New Orleans wasn't even reopened as a city yet. That's why it was still under martial law. They weren't going to help us.
And I mean, and Christ, when that happened, the levees broke again, right? They broke
when
again.
Rita-
when
yeah.
Rita hit, the levees broke again, and everything reflooded. So it was like,
it wasn't as bad as Katrina, but in those areas like the Ninth Ward, it reflooded.
yeah, it was bad.
You guys got all the animals out of there before that shit happened.
We got
as many as we could.
We got as many as we could. I mean, it was definitely still more. That dog that we left upstairs broke my heart, man. That was fucking.
Well, she went back.
She did go back and get
She
it.
was fucking
She-
awesome.
she-
I
she
kept in
was
touch
awesome.
with her for a little while after that because
Yeah.
I was like, this bitch is awesome.
Yeah, she was pretty awesome. The guy that was there too, he was a military guy. I forget his name. He was there. He was there as long as we were. I remember there was people who kind of came and went. They would come spend like 2 days. We were one of the longer ones, stayed for
Yeah,
a week.
yeah.
But people would come and like volunteer their
We
time.
drove out of there and we were disgusting. And I
Now,
was like,
let me ask you, Melody, as a vegan,
Yeah.
what were you eating down there?
Can of beans.
Can of
That's
beans.
it,
the whole time.
That's what I was eating too. You know what I mean? I was.
Well, actually, you were vegan then
I was
too.
vegetarian at the time.
You were vegan before me, though. You were vegan before I was vegan.
No, we went around the same time.
No.
Yeah.
You were vegan before I was vegan because of that girl, Christina, that you worked at Webster Hall.
Yeah.
Gave you all those
Oh,
books.
good old Webster.
Yeah.
Yeah, gave you those books. You read those books, and you became vegan before. I was still only vegetarian at the time.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep.
I don't know.
And then I became vegan right before we opened Lucky 13.
No, because I remember eating eggs down there.
Really?
Yeah, and when I went to Waffle House,
You
I
must
had
have been
eggs.
fucking hungry then, bro.
Well, I was starving. Yeah.
I mean,
You know what though? I got to be honest. I don't remember being hungry. I feel like food
I wasn't hungry at all.
food
We didn't
wasn't really-
care.
we didn't really
I didn't
care.
give a fuck. I could have not eaten that.
As
whole
long as,
week.
I remember that there was.
I usually have a bag of nuts with me everywhere I go anyway because I never know if there's gonna be food anywhere. Even when I go on vacation, I have like Kind bars. And
But you could survive like a week without food though, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
A few days, but not without water. You have to have water.
Yeah, no, of course, we were drinking water. And I remember there was a lot, they were very strict on not overworking you. They were like,
because it was boiling hot out.
Yeah, it was 100 degrees out, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had cases of water for us and stuff, but
yeah, there was plenty of drinking water. But I remember then on the way home, we had barely showered. We had one cold shower.
we were disgusting.
We had one cold shower, and they
Where do we stop to stay in a hotel?
we stopped in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay.
We stopped.
We went in this
Knoxville.
shitty, what was it, like a Holiday Inn or something?
Yeah, yeah.
There's a chubby girl behind the counter wearing a Brooklyn shirt. And I go, have you ever been to Brooklyn? And she's like, no.
Why are you wearing the fucking shirt? Why are you wearing the shirt?
And I was shell-shocked. I couldn't even speak. And we were disgusting. And she's
We
just
were
staring at
disgusting.
us like.
Well, I remember all I wanted was a bowl of pasta. All I wanted.
We went
is
to eat,
pasta.
right?
Yeah, we went to go eat. But you remember we
I
walked
hope
in
we
that.
showered first.
We did, but we still, we didn't really have
No, we were
clean
disgusting.
clothes.
Yeah,
we were
we
kind
were
of
gross,
gross, you know.
yeah.
So I remember we
we looked like we had been crawling around in the mud.
yeah,
which we hadn't.
I mean, at the time, I just had a little beard on the bottom, so my face was all grown in. I hadn't shaved in a week. We looked like dirtbags. I probably haven't washed my hair in a week. And
I definitely didn't wash my hair.
no.
Yeah.
And we walked into this. All I wanted was a bowl of pasta. And we walked to this Italian restaurant.
It was like a nice
It
Italian
was nice,
restaurant.
and they were like, and there was like nobody there. And they're like, we're full for the night. I'm like,
What?
sons of bitches, yeah.
There were only two people there, and he goes, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
rude.
Honestly,
That's rude."
I mean, the way we look as it is sometimes, I mean, it's better now, but back then when like freaky tattooed people walk into places in the middle of the country,
Well,
they
your
don't
money's
want to serve
free,
you.
though.
They don't want to
Knoxville,
serve you
Tennessee.
anyway.
But you know
yeah.
what though? That I remember we actually went to like
We did eat somewhere.
We did. We went to. I remember this distinctly because it was like our first real meal. We went to it was like a college like beer garden kind of place.
I don't remember.
And
I
they
was
actually
just
had.
so, like, shell-shocked.
I remember they had like a grilled tofu sandwich, and it was like really delicious. And I had a big giant beer and like a tofu sandwich, and it was
All
amazing.
right, there you go. The meal of the week.
Yeah.
Anything would have tasted good after a fucking can of beans.
And I just listen. I really.
But can I say, while we were down there, I was So my dog had died, and I had a skipper key.
My condolences.
You remember Owen? I know you
Yes.
remember Owen.
Yes.
He was my baby, and I loved skipper keys. I had been researching types of dogs. I was not home a lot, and I had been trying to figure out what's a good dog that you could have that's independent. So skipper keys are kind of like cats. And I was on all these skipper key mailing lists and stuff because that's how I had wound up with my first dog. I was looking for a rescue that was young but not a puppy, and that's how I wound up with my first dog. Owen was a dog that was about to be put down because he had epilepsy, or they thought he was going to have epilepsy, and he was up by Niagara Falls, and I had my boyfriend at the time drive me up there to rescue him before he wound up being put down. So I had him for 10 years.
That's a good length for a
Well,
dog.
skipper keys live like 20 years, but because of the epilepsy and the medication he was on, phenobarbital actually is what killed him. The phenobarbital is actually what killed him. So I was devastated. He was like my baby. He had to have medication every 12 hours, so my life revolved around this dog, right? So I was devastated. So while we were down there, I got a message from the skipper key list. People knew I was down there because I got donations from people from the skipper key list so that we could buy more stuff to bring with us, right?
Yeah.
I got a message. We found these 2 skipper keys that were shipped to us from the New Orleans mess. Do you want to take them back to New York? They have to be together.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I could have 2 dogs, and we were talking about it, but the boy had heartworms. So the boy, when the dog has heartworm, they have to be kept very still while they're getting treated for it until the worms dislodge the heart, or
How
they
do you get
die.
heartworms?
Mosquitoes.
Oh.
It's a fucked up thing.
Shit.
But there's a lot of mosquitoes in New Orleans because it's
The
a swamp.
water.
Yeah. So we talked about it. We were still living apart at the time. I was like, what if you take one and I take the other?
Is that the name Squiggy?
Yes, our babies. So
Yeah.
I said, why don't you take one? I'll take the other, and we're gonna get back together.
And we only
I
live
decided.
we only live 2 blocks from each other.
Yeah,
anyway.
they'll be able to see each other, and then we'll move back in with each other at some point, and they'll be back together. They'll be able to be together. So I discussed it with the woman who had them. They had been moved to Dallas, Texas. They had gotten them out of New Orleans and had been moved to Dallas, Texas. So we went back to New York, and then we flew down. When Squiggy was better, we flew down to Dallas, and we got the 2 skipper keys. So that also came out of that whole fucking thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we
Something
got
good.
2 dogs out of that, and they were amazing dogs.
Yeah, Squiggy and
Who
Chloe.
also lived about 10 years.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
But when Squiggy died, Chloe didn't even last a year, just like any old couple. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she couldn't live without him because they were like a little married couple.
Yeah.
So that was really sad.
That was
but,
sad.
But that was a lovely, and they had a great life with us, or with me, after
Yeah.
we, broke
Yeah,
up.
they did. Squiggy was a good little guy.
Little baby.
It's my boy.
Squigmund.
It's my boy.
Your boy.
You used to put him in a leather vest, right?
Yeah. He had a little biker
Little
vest.
baby.
He had a little. He had
Your
a,
little Harley jacket.
Yeah.
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 They were the best.
Yeah, man. That was
So they
a-
came out of that too, which was just like kind of
Always
awesome
something
to
good
have
comes from a
them.
tragedy.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to actually say, hey, these dogs came out of Katrina, and we wouldn't have wound up with them if we hadn't been down there and people hadn't known that we were down there doing that. You know, they were like, hey, you're down here, but then they
That's
found
kind
out
of that's
they found
kind
out
of weird.
the dog had.
Your favorite dog came
But I
from
was,
there.
but yes, but I was, but you know, they're weird dogs, so they're not well-known dog. They look like baby bears when they're puppies, and they're a strange breed. But people that are into skipper keys are into skipper keys. I'd love to have another skipper key one day. Right now, I have a strange mixed breed that's part Chihuahua and part coyote. I think she's
the one that wants to
insane.
eat Jeff. The one
She's
that wants to
insane.
eat
Yeah,
Jeff.
she's
Son of a
just
bitch.
really insane. She came out of an animal hoarding
Oh.
situation.
Oh, yeah.
So, and when I had Chloe, she came. I was fostering her because no one ever was able to touch her. She had never been outside in a year and a half. She had never been touched. She had never been outside. She had never been on a leash. So I fostered her, and I was getting ready to try to get her adopted out when she was able to be on a leash and touched and whatever. And then Chloe died. So I wound up keeping her, and it was kind of not fair for me to be the first person she ever got close to, and then to give her up anyway. Right now, Jeff, do you know this about the dog in Costa Rica?
No.
Have you seen my shit online?
No.
Okay, so I was, I want to say this now because I have a GoFundMe, so if anyone's listening to this, I should say this now. I was in Costa Rica a couple of weeks ago having a retreat. I have retreats, I have yoga and wellness retreats, mainly in Costa Rica, but I've had them other places too. I broke my toe right before that, so it's really unfortunate timing, but it meant that I was sitting around the resort a little bit more, still trying to take care of my group. And the last day, I was sitting in the resort at breakfast, and a little starving dog came down the mountain out of the rainforest into the resort and right up to me.
Wow.
Now, what are the fucking odds that that's going to happen? I don't fucking know. But this dog came up to me and looked at me and like with the soul of a human.
Shapeshifter?
Insane. So I gave it some food and I asked the staff, does anybody know whose dog this is? It had like a rope around its neck. Does this belong to anyone? No one at the staff, none of them had ever seen a dog before. I took a picture of it, sent it to the owner. The owner said, yeah, it belongs to this dog. It belongs to this farmer up the mountain. I don't know why the dog would be down there. It's really high up the mountain. I'm like, well, the dog is starved. You can see every bone in this dog's body. Sure. So whoever was the owner, this dog has been abandoned. And like, so we kept him around and I was trying to figure out like, I don't know if he should be returned to the owner. Does the owner not know he's here? So we got the manager who had said, we messaged the owner many times over the last couple of weeks and he hasn't bothered to even answer. So clearly doesn't give a fuck about the dog, right? So by that night, I'm crying. I'm like, how am I going to, I have to take this dog back to the United States.
You got to get a visa.
I don't know what I'm going to do. It's a
right?
huge fucking situation. Blood tests. You have to get a dog microchipped before you can even get their rabies vaccines because the numbers have to be together. Yeah. There's a ton of paperwork. They have something called screwworm in Costa Rica, which we don't have here. So that has to be very thoroughly checked. Fortunately, Costa Rica is not a high rabies country like Dominican Republic, Guatemala, some of those countries, which makes it much harder, but Costa Rica is not. So I looked into all this, but I was leaving the next day, so I'm crying on the dog. The night guard comes. I don't even want to go to bed. We talked to the night guard. He says, I know the farmer. I said, well, he said, I'll run him up to the farmer. I'm like, he's starving. Come look at him. And he was like, oh, this is not good. I said, also, if you touch him here, or here, he screams. He needs to go to a vet immediately. I will pay for the vet. Please, what can we do? I have a file with the vet because I was staying in Costa Rica during the pandemic with my dog. I already know the vet's office down there. Mm-hmm. What can we do? And he said, don't give that guy any money. He's just going to take your money. I said, what can we do? I said, can you just go ask him if he even wants the dog? Because I don't want to steal. I don't want to.
It's weird down
These
there.
countries are. People are people.
But I mean, you're a vet.
No, I don't mean the vet. He meant the guy.
Oh,
don't give the guy any money. He'll say he took the dog to the vet. Do you know what I mean? I was like, well, can I pay the vet directly? What can we do? So I'm just flipping out. So he says, I said, can you go and say, do you even want this fucking dog? And if he doesn't, would you mind holding on to the dog until I can come back and get the dog and get all the shit worked out for the dog? Mm-hmm. And he said, okay. And I know people make about $125 a week there, so I know he can't afford. He's the guard. Yeah. I know this guy makes no money. I know he can't afford to keep this dog. But he said yes, and he went up, and the guy said, yeah, I don't want the dog. Like it's a fucking old shoe.
Shit. Yeah.
So he brought the dog home.
Is it an old dog or a young dog?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
What kind of dog is it?
I don't know. If you go on my Instagram or my Facebook, you can see pictures of him. Gotcha. We have a GoFundMe. His name is Encantador, which means charming, and enchanter, which he fucking certainly enchanted me. He's got giant ears. He's a little bigger than Chloe. I don't know how much he'll weigh when he actually gets food in him. So the night guard has him. Turns out all of his wounds, he was fighting raccoons for food.
Oh, jeez.
Because he's been fucking starving. Now, there's mountain lions, there's black panthers. So all of his nails were worn down below the pads of his fingers because he probably never slept because of all the predators. He was just walking and walking and walking and walking. So I am going to go down and save this dog. It's going to cost $3,000-$4,000 altogether.
Do you think your dog will get along?
I don't know. And I'm friends with the people at Tough Tales, who is, we've had a couple of benefits for them here, and they said, if that does not work out, we'll find a home for him because he's a super sweet, gentle dog.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try. My dog is crazy and upset when she's alone, and I'm wondering if her having a companion, when I come home, she's having a panic attack every time. Maybe if she has a companion and they get along, it will be better. I don't know. She might hate it, and if so, we'll find her a good home. We'll find him a good home.
She'll get used to it, though. You
we'll
give him like a week or two.
We'll see. A month.
Should be all right.
We'll see. But if not, I want him to have a good home because he's the sweetest thing. If you watch the video I have on his GoFundMe, his whole ass is wiggling just if you say hello to him. Yeah. It's incredible. And so if any of you are listening to this, go to my Facebook or my Instagram.
I'm waiting for Frankie to say, does
Yeah.
the dog speak English?
Probably not.
The dog has an accent.
Encantador.
He barks in an
He's
accent.
so fucking cute.
I just saw him.
That's
Did you
fake that
see
he
him?
came to
He's
you.
Yes,
so
he's
cute.
very cute.
And honestly, what are the odds? What he picked me.
Oh, my God.
My God, this dog is not stupid. Like of all the people in the world that you're gonna walk up to, look at that. Look at those ears.
He's so beautiful.
Look at those ears. Are you
Thank you.
kidding me right now? So please, if you have it in your heart to skip Starbucks a couple of times, I'm already
That's- you
75%
can't get
to
rid
my
of- you
goal.
can't get rid- no, that
I
dog's gotta
can't
stay
leave
with
that.
you. That's
That
gotta stay
dog
with
is
you.
would either starved or been killed by
It
something.
picked you.
Yeah. So
Yes,
so we're gonna
that's
get
fate.
that. We're gonna get that boy home.
Yes, you are.
Okay,
for you, Henry.
so I just happened to be coming on here to talk about this, and this dog just happened to come
beautiful.
into my life.
Wow.
So
That's pretty awesome.
yeah,
Of all the
So-
people in that resort,
Smart
came
dog,
to you.
smart
Yep.
fucking dog. This is
Yep.
what always happens to me. That's happened with the dog I have now. Almost a similar weird situation.
That's like me. All my cats I had in my life, they all chose me. I
They
swear to
just
God.
chose you.
They
Yeah,
chose
mine
you. I don't
too.
know why. Ugly,
Mine-
stupid me.
No, because
They
you
did.
love animals, and you're
Yes.
gonna stop talking badly to yourself about yourself.
Thank
No
you.
bad self-talk people out there. Your brain hears that. Okay, stop it.
All right, you fucking asshole. You want to do the news?
Please.
Hold on, you ready? Hold on.
So
Frankie.
long as a
Lucky 13 Podcast.
Greetings, dear listeners. It's time for a daily dose of metal injection.
I'm gonna give you a
You did not
fucking-
just do that.
I do that in my fitness classes all the time.
The first story at the Gates issue statement on Thomas Lindbergh's
Oh,
death.
he dropped dead, right?
Yeah.
Cancer?
Cancer.
Yeah.
I think a type of cancer, ACC or something like that. It was called.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Did you read these stories today, Frankie?
No, I'm reading right now for the first time.
Can you
I just
can you
read the
read,
covers.
Frankie?
Yes, he's very good at reading. You don't
The
know?
metal world is currently mourning
Are they?
the loss of legendary At the Gates vocalist Thomas Lindbergh, who died following a battle with anadoid crystal
Math.
Caronemia. ACC Lindbergh's death was originally confirmed
Sorry.
by his family
That's
to the
heartless.
news. The Swedish Public Broadcasting, SVT, I cannot pronounce that, Nether issued by a heartbreaking
Brilliant.
statement on the death of Thomas Lindbergh, saying he died this morning following complications related to his ongoing cancer treatment.
Everybody's dropping dead.
Yeah.
This is rough.
Yeah, Robert Redford.
Robert Redford is 1,000 years old.
He's 90 years old. He died.
He was
Yeah,
89
that's
years
fine.
old.
Awaken Brand just said
That's
yo to
okay.
you guys.
Yeah.
He died
People
too.
keep dropping dead
What's
that are
that?
our age. I don't like
Awaken
that.
Brand just said yo to you guys.
Yo.
Who?
Awakened Brand?
Awaken Brand.
What is that?
I gotta look. I
Yeah.
know so many people, but I have to look at their face.
Yeah, well, yes. Hello.
No, I'm looking. No, really. I know so many people, and then I have to look at their face.
Yeah, no, who else died this week, too? The lady from Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah, the mother.
The mother from
Jason's
Friday the 13th.
mother.
Well, she
Yeah.
was also old as fuck.
She was old. I mean, this guy was young, though. How old is he? That Frankie?
Yeah, he wasn't old.
No, he was in 50, I think. He was like our age.
Lindbergh was diagnosed with the rare and aggressive
Yeah,
cancer
Frankie.
in
Age,
December
Frankie.
2022.
Age, Frankie.
I'm looking.
I think 52, maybe 52.
Yeah, I think
I
he
think he was in his 50s,
I think it was
like
50, yeah.
us,
Say,
Yeah.
like Brent Hines.
Yeah,
like,
Brent Hines was our age,
But that was an
No.
accident. That was
it doesn't
shit.
say.
Yeah, we did that last week. Motorcycle
Did
accident.
you? That was
his
shit.
fault.
It wasn't his fault.
It was his fault.
Yeah, he said he was speeding against the
Speeding.
speed limit. He was going like 60, 55.
I thought the
speeding.
the car.
But he was speeding. He
Okay,
was doing like
all right.
65 and a 25
all
or
right,
something like
all
that.
right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did that come to
doesn't
light
say.
later?
Yeah, we did that story last week.
Doesn't say his age.
Sorry, I didn't
I'm sorry.
listen.
Yeah.
My condolences. No, it doesn't say his age.
Yeah.
That's weird. You usually tell the
Condolences.
person when they die.
All right, Frankie. Next story.
They
Next
do.
story, buddy.
Wow.
We only got 3 stories today.
Rob Halford promises upcoming Judas.
What?
It's Halford, thanks.
Halford? Oh, okay.
Greatest band in fucking heavy metal,
Correct.
bro.
Rob Halford promises upcoming Judas Priest Co-heading toward Alice Cooper will be a larger-than-life experience on all levels.
Isn't it happening already? What is upcoming? Isn't it already
Yeah,
happening?
I thought it was happening
I
already.
thought he couldn't stand up properly and walk good. No
Who, Rob Halford?
Yeah, I thought his back was
I thought
fucked
he was
up.
doing fine.
I thought he was in good shape too.
In a recent conversation with Nikki Black of the Bones, Rob Halford shared how the upcoming North American trust
The
features
greatest
Judas
fucking
Priest,
youth reporter in the world.
Alice
Yeah.
Cooper, and corrosion of conformity.
Yeah, good job.
buddy.
Who they?
Good job. Who
Who are they? He goes, who are they?
COC, Frankie, come on.
Came together.
Yes.
Let's see what the dates are.
Yeah, that's been going on already.
Back in the day, it was so easy to put these two together. Now they're a little bit corporate and blah, 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 blah. But there's not really It's business.
So I was thinking of going to that show, and I usually lay out in a shitload of money to see Judas Priest in a good seat. But I think Alice Cooper and Judas Priest have been kind of switching who the headliner is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go unless Judas Priest is a headliner. I'm not going to pay a bunch of money.
Well, I'm sure they're going to both do long sets. No? I mean, Judas Priest can't play for less than an hour.
I mean, that's fair, but, I pay stupid amount of money because I'm old and I want to have a seat.
Listen,
near
I'm
the
with you.
front.
I try to have good seats. I'm not fitting in nosebleeds either myself,
Yeah.
unless I have snacks.
Let's see.
Snacks.
Like the luxury boxes, like they're nosebleeds, but they're like you get to walk around and like eat sushi and.
Do you want to go, maybe?
You hear yourself, man.
Yeah.
It's
I would go.
PNC. You have to drive.
I got to be honest. I've never seen Judas Priest live.
Shut the fuck up.
I-
Who are you? What the fuck is wrong
I'm
with
an
you?
Iron Maiden
Did
guy.
you see the date?
I
I've never
can't.
seen him either,
You
bro.
should all die right now.
I'm not. I guess that I like
Listen,
Priest.
this is
but-
what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy us tickets.
Yeah.
I'm going to give us a little gift.
Yeah.
And we're going to go because that's
Oh,
insane.
yeah,
I've
I've
seen
never seen
them.
Priest.
I've been seeing them since I was 14 years
Melody,
old.
we were just having a discussion before about who the greatest metal band between Priest and
Maiden.
Maiden
They said
is
Maiden.
amazing.
Maiden.
Yeah, but-
Priest is better. Sorry.
It's
See?
I'm
two.
sorry.
We're
This has
even.
been a
It's 2-2.
lifelong.
We
This
gotta
has
add
been a
Cindy.
lifelong
We gotta add
fight.
Cindy.
When you see Priest, you're going to change your mind. I'm sorry. And Iron Maiden was the first band I ever saw. A big arena show I ever saw in 1984 was Iron Maiden at Radio City Music Hall. They never allowed another metal band to play there again because they fucking destroyed the
Yeah,
place.
I mean that's back in the day when we were savages.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, I mean I was an Iron Maiden guy. I was never a huge Priest guy,
I
but I
love
would like to
Iron
see them.
Maiden,
I would like
but-
to see them live.
Priest.
I'd be down to go.
You
see
should
them.
also read his book. It's incredible.
Yeah, I heard it was really good.
Confessions, fucking incredible. He's so honest, it's actually disturbing.
Yeah.
He's talking about sucking dick in glory holes and gas stations. Like,
Oh,
he's straight up, fully honest how he couldn't tell his band he was gay and all this crazy shit he had
I
to
mean,
do.
I don't know how they didn't notice by that was the look then. Though,
Yeah,
right?
but nobody really realized he
dominatrix
got
and
it out of the gay scene because nobody knew that at the time. There's this great part where he walks into this gay club, I think in England, and, everybody was in the closet then, and he saw Freddie Mercury, and they just looked at each other like,
Yeah.
because they were both in the fucking closet at the
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
So it's a great book. If you
I
haven't
have to
read
read it.
Rob Halford Confessions, read it. It's amazing.
Yeah, I would like to read that. Next, Francis.
Doesn't give you any concert dates.
We'll figure it out.
It
You
just-
can look online.
Yeah,
It's
go
very
online and
easy.
look.
It just says there's going to be 30 shows.
Yep.
We split it.
They're like now. They're like starting like now.
Yeah.
15 Alice closes, 15 Priest closes.
Aha.
So it says there's going to be no stage hogging.
Yeah.
Just find out which one they opened, and which one they
It's
closed.
not that obvious, though. I did try to figure that
No
out.
dates, though. Why?
Because
Well,
you can
Frankie,
look
'cause you can
right
look away on
online
your phone.
when you buy your goddamn tickets.
That's true. Everything is AI and computerized. This century drives me crazy.
All right, Frankie. Next story, buddy.
Dee Snider, he's back. Explains why.
Is he alive still?
He's still alive.
Yeah, right? That's a good question. That's a good question.
Dee Snider's in great shape. He never drank or smoked.
He looked like he was 100 when I was 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still on Howard Stern?
I think he does DDP yoga.
He's a dick, though, Dee Snider. He's a dick.
Is he on
He
Howard
should.
Stern still? He used to be on Howard Stern a lot when Howard was on FM before he moved to
I don't listen to
satellite.
Howard anymore. He
He's too political now.
Yeah. All right. I want to get on a Howard Stern debate, Frankie.
Please. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a
a whole
topic for
nother-
next week. A topic for next week.
Dee Snider's a dick, though. He kind of. He.
Dee
I was
Snider
like
sucks.
Twisted Sister, and
They only had 2 hits.
They're gonna burn in hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can burn in hell.
He's
way.
not bringing the bass player back though. I think they got into a political rift.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Is Dee Snider left or right?
I think he's
Stupid.
Oh, yeah, we don't have to get into
He's
it.
probably
I don't want
right.
to talk.
He's probably right.
I don't want to talk politics. What? Oh, go ahead, Frankie.
Rock legends rarely stay retired, and now Twisted Sister has officially joined that list in a new interview with John J.P. Praise of Long Island's 1023 WBAW back.
What is he even?
What the
talking
hell
about?
is that?
I don't know what he's even
Radio
talking about.
station, Long Island radio station.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, Frankie just got mad at us.
And he's talking about the reunion, the 50th anniversary, despite of his past criticisms of farewell tours.
their drummer's dead, right? Their OG drummer.
What was his name?
Twisted Sister's OG drummer. He died, right?
I think so. Frankie,
Frankie.
Yes.
what are you doing? You're mumbling over there.
I'm trying to find out what's going on. The site says he turned 70 this year and I had a health scare and I'm okay and it shocked me up. And he won't say exactly what it was. He was scared, but now he's better.
He was scared.
He was scared.
He was scared.
He was scared, he said. Twisted
it?
Sister retired 10 years ago when I was...
So I don't even know what the story's about now. Are they're coming? They're going to do a tour.
They're coming back, that's what they're saying.
All right.
The bass player for the band. It's going to be the bass tech.
Okay.
Yeah.
$500 a ticket.
Yeah. All right. We're looking it up after. Let's finish the news, Henry. We're almost done.
That's a lot, man.
That's a lot.
Nosebleeds are like 500.
I've paid more for.
That's a lot.
I'm going to Wardruna next Friday, and I paid a whole lot to sit. I need to sit really close if I'm going to go to a big show. Otherwise, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, I mean,
true.
listen, I don't like to be uncomfortable at shows anymore either.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm over it.
No
I'm
more
over it
pits.
too.
No more none of that.
I want
too old, bro.
row 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I want.
I'm
Otherwise,
old.
fuck it. Like that's why. Because I don't go to a lot of shows anymore. So if I'm not going to shows 3 times a month, I can spend a lot of money on the 10 shows I go to a year or the 8 shows I go to a year. I mean, I go to shitty little shows over here, but that's not what I mean. Like, if I go to 4 big shows a year, I could probably spend.
Did you guys say
some
you just
money.
saw what was it, Acid something?
Acid
or-
Bath, great.
Acid Bath. Yeah, that was a great show.
But that we didn't have to pay like a bunch of money for because we got the tickets when they were on sale.
Yeah, that was reasonably priced.
It was fine.
And
It
I
wasn't
was-
seats. It was fine.
Yeah.
And that venue, any venue like the Gramercy that has a slanted floor, as a very small person, makes me very, very happy. Even though I wore my 8-inch heels, I still need a slanted floor because otherwise I can't fucking see if it's standing room. You know,
Brooklyn Paramount's a great place to
really
see a show.
nice, really good place.
Yeah, really cool.
But I like Gramercy too, just because of that slanted floor situation. If the floor's flat, I'm fucked at any general admission show. I can't see shit.
Yeah. I hear you. Unless it's got a high stage. That's why we have a high stage here. That's why I put a high stage up here. Be like, man, that stage is high. I'm like, yeah, because
so people can fucking see.
So people can see.
Yeah.
I like seeing the bands.
Someone, just so you know, someone who played that here on Friday night was very complimentary of the new. Hadn't played here since the expansion of the stage, and
nice.
and wanted to compliment you on
Oh,
the new
nice.
stage. So,
Good.
there you
Yeah,
go.
we just updated our sound system. Everybody's happy with that. Yeah, we're killing it.
Killing it.
Killing it. Life's all right, man. All right, Frankie, that's it. Are you still reading? What are you doing over there?
The 2026 lineup will include Snyder, founding guitarist J.J. French, and
Wow,
longtime
J.J.
lead guitarist
French.
Yeah.
Eddie Ojeda. Notably, the bassist will be absent. He didn't want to do it. He said the reason is
He didn't wanna do it.
inconceivable differences.
Yeah.
I don't think it's inconceivable. I don't think it's inconceivable. I think that's the word.
Irreconcilable differences.
Good job.
That's a big word. That's my word of the
And you
day.
got mad again. Frankie's a little snippy.
Oh my God, Frankie!
I haven't drank it over a year.
All right, dranked.
That's my Brooklynism.
He dranked.
Oh, can I give a
Right
shout
out
out?
of the turlet.
I need to give a
Awake-
shout out to our beautiful bartender Sydney. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Sydney.
It's Cindy.
Cindy, sorry, Sydney. Cindy.
Cindy, is it her birthday today?
It is
Yes.
her birthday today.
Oh.
It was John the Doorman's birthday
She's
yesterday.
also lovely. Cindy's lovely. We love
Awaken
her.
Brand said it's awaken_brand_artwork.
On.
I'm assuming
I'm
that's
getting
probably
everyone's name wrong
IG.
today. Sorry, Sydney. Cindy, sorry.
Yes, Cindy. It was John the
Cindy,
Doorman's
sorry.
birthday yesterday.
Was it? Why didn't you tell me that? Not like I could buy him a shot. These fucking sober morons.
I know.
What good are you guys?
Trooper. He was here till 4 o'clock in the morning. He
I
was a
know.
trooper yesterday. Then you had to get up in the morning and go to Petridge Farms.
Petridge
Awaken brand, what?
Awaken
I got that.
underscore
I
brand
got that.
underscore artwork.
Oh.
Another fun show.
And not always, Frankie.
They're always fun.
You're a barrel of laughs.
Who's the guest next week?
We have a guest next week. Next Tuesday, we're going to have Michael Scandato on
Mike
the on
Scandato.
Okay.
episode. And I think we're
Mike
going to
Scandato.
we're going to do it on Tuesday because I think I have to go somewhere on Wednesday. So I'm pretty sure we're going to do it on Tuesday rather than Wednesday. Cool, buddy?
Okay. We're like the Tonight Show, only in the afternoon.
Yes, with the Today Show.
Look at,
The Today Show.
look at Frankie making a joke.
Yeah, Frankie makes jokes all day long. All day long. Frankie's a joke. All right, we're wrapping it up.
Wah, 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 wah,
Thank you guys. And
I love that.
Melody, Henry.
Awesome artwork, dude. Nice creepy shit. I like it. No, really.
Yeah,
I'll be. Thanks for saying hi. I'm gonna look at your shit today. So
awesome. I'm going to look at my shit
Yes,
after I shit
yes.
today.
look at this.
Oh, that's gory.
Yeah,
creepy.
it's nice.
It's
Okay,
creepy.
we'll check
Beautiful.
you out.
All right, man. Thank you very much. Henry, thanks for coming on.
Okay, maybe I'll see you again in a year. Nah, I'll come back before then
Yeah,
if you
come
have
back
something
before
to
then.
talk about.
Well,
Especially if anybody gives the fucking GoFundMe any money. Hello.
Oh, you gotta
Yes.
come back with the dog.
Remember, it's Lucky13 Queen on Instagram, Melody Isis Henry on Facebook.
Donate to
Donate
this beautiful
donate
dog.
to Melody's dog. After she brings the dog, maybe we'll bring the dog down and we can.
Yeah.
My current dog has a new battle vest that I made for her while I was while I was resting from an illness. So
I
she
love
has
that.
a new battle vest.
Oh, you got to bring him on the show.
All righty.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Let's talk to you next week.
Take
All right,
care.
guys.
Peace out.
Later.
Later.
Wah, 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 wah.